there's a question I often see asked, which is, I'm cycling to lose weight, but it's not working. Why is it? What can I do? Well, keep watching the video to find out why that might be and what you could do about it. I'm David, and this is Forest Velo. First thing to remember is we're all very different and respond very differently to food and to exercise. Some people respond very quickly, other people less so. The first reason, and maybe one of the main ones, is that it often takes us a lot longer to burn off calories than we think. If you eat a nice piece of cake on a coffee stop, it could take an hour of riding to burn that off, maybe more. As I said, it depends how much you burn when you're riding and how fast you're riding and all sorts of things. So it's a really important thing to think about, which is for what you're eating, you might need to be doing a lot more riding if you really want to burn off calories. Another thing to bear in mind is that calories are a very poor way of measuring the energy you get from food, and they vary enormously depending on the accuracy of whoever's been doing the studies. And calories in themselves being a measurement of the heat produced by literally burning calories or burning food, isn't a very accurate method. Another thing to remember is not all calories are the same. If you eat a donut, which may be 200, 300, 400 calories, it's not going to be the same as eating 400 calories of salad and chicken. So you really need to be thinking about the calories you're eating, and are they quality calories, or is your nutrition good, basically. And when thinking about calories, another thing to remember is the old adage of calories in, calories out doesn't always stack up, especially nowadays. As I said, measuring calories is a very arbitrary thing anyway, and people respond differently to food. So just because you're eating the same as someone else doesn't mean you're going to get the same results, or your weight's going to drop because theirs is. So it's a very important thing to remember and not get hung up on calories. It's far more important to eat well and notice the effects on your body of doing that. Unfortunately, there's no easy fix for losing weight or maintaining weight. You've got to watch that diet. Also, you might be working on the standard calorie intake of men, which is around 2,500 calories a day, and I think a couple of thousand for women. But for you, you might find your actual calorie needs for a day are far less than that. So if you're eating around that amount of calories, which we've already said isn't very accurate, and your body is actually using or needing less than that, you're constantly eating more than you need. So even though you're riding, you might be eating more calories that negate the calories you burn out on a ride, or the energy you burn. So what can you do about it to help you lose weight with exercise? So number one is, it pretty much comes down to diet. There's no easy way out of it. What you eat is the most important thing. You've got to make sure the nutrition you're taking in is quality food, and you're feeding your body, fueling your body, rather than just eating. So one of the things that would help is to create a meal plan and plan out each week nutritious meals to have, where you might know an idea of the sort of calories you're taking in. As I said, not that that's too accurate, but you know you can't really overdo eating veg, eating as many coloured vegetables as possible, eating fruit and nuts, eating a Mediterranean style diet with some fish, chicken, less red meat, all those sorts of things are going to help you manage your weight better. If you're enjoying these videos and this content, don't forget to click that like button and subscribe if you haven't already to help the channel grow. Thanks. Another mistake and something to avoid is not eating on the bike. Some people, you often go out riding and you think, well, if I don't eat, I'll be burning more calories. But all that happens is your body's in a massive deficit when you get back, and all you do is stuff your face with whatever you can find and you overeat. So in fact, you're eating more calories than you needed in the first place. So it's really important to make sure the food you're eating while you're riding is decent quality food, again, good nutritious food for endurance athletes, and not stodgy heavy cake and things like that. I know a firm favourite is a bacon roll on a lot of club rides, but that's not necessarily going to help you fuel your ride in the way you want it to. But the key thing is not to come back from a ride starving. One thing you may notice when you come back from a ride, if you don't eat enough, is a smell of ammonia, and you find yourself smelling more than normal. And if you do, that's because your body's started to burn protein instead of glycogen or fats, which is something really you want to avoid. The last thing you want to be doing is burning protein and using protein as a fuel source. So be careful that doesn't happen. Another thing you can do off the bike to really help in weight management is do weight training. And yes, you might get a bit heavier due to doing weights and gaining muscle, but that's a redistribution of body weight, and that's a healthy thing. If you've got strong muscles, muscles are a great thing for burning calories and using energy in your body. And the more muscle mass you have, the more likely you'll be able to maintain a healthy weight. So hitting the gym, doing resistance training is going to be a great boost to your weight management. So what do you do to maintain weight or lose weight? What tips have you got? Don't forget to drop those in the comments below. Hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful, and until next time, bye for now.